Hello, welcome to Luann's Creative Corner. One of my favorite things is to spend time with others being creative, especially kids. I love to watch their eyes light up as they share something new they've created themselves. As a librarian at a community college, I get to run a craft program for kids, and I'm lucky to see that creative excitement a lot. This explosion box has been one of our most popular projects, and I've had many people ask for the directions. I'm showing here the sample boxes I made for the program. As you can see, we made them for Christmas and then again at the 4th of July. But this type of box would work great for all sorts of celebrations. You may have seen an explosion box already. The traditional explosion box is larger and has many layers. I've miniaturized and simplified this box so that you only need one sheet of 8.5 by 11 cardstock to create it. I think this small 2x2 box is incredibly cute. And you still get a great explosion effect when you remove the lid, as you just saw. If you're not familiar with an explosion box, you see that when you take the lid off, the sides explode open. And there's usually some sort of 3D element in the center, or you can include a small gift if you want to use it as a gift box. To start, you will need a piece of cardstock that is 6 inches by 6 inches square. So you'll want to cut to that, and then you will need to fold, and it needs to be pretty accurate. So if you have a scoring tool like this, it makes it very easy. If you don't, you can use a ruler and mark where you need to cut or fold, and so you're going to score at 2 and 4, and then you would use a ruler and even say a butter knife, or if you have a stylus, anything that can make an impression in the paper but not cut through it. All right, and then you'll turn and do it on both sides. So you'll have a grid there, and then cut along those score lines right up till the next score line, and you're going to cut out all 4 sides, all 4 of your corner pieces. So if you're doing this with kids, you could have had them doing all of this part. I had a lot of kids come at once for this craft program, and so I had things prepared, the paper cut and scored, but they did this cutting of the corners and then also the folding. And that's what's next, is the folding. So you'll want to fold on all 4 of your score lines here, on all 4 sides. You can do it with your finger if you have a bone folder or any type of instrument like that. If you have popsicle sticks even, it's a great thing to help increase on those folds. And then you want to make sure that you fold both ways so that you get a really nice crease, so that you get a great explosion effect. All right, now onto the lid. So the lid, you start with a piece of cardstock that is 3 3/8 by 3 3/8, and then you're going to score at 5/8 along all 4 sides. And you want to be pretty accurate on this and keep things nice and squared up, very straight. And so you can use, again, if you have a scoring tool like this, makes things nice and easy. Or again, use your ruler and measure. You can even draw lines and then use your ruler and go along it with, say, a butter knife or a pen that isn't writing, that doesn't do ink, just anything that will score your paper and help fold it more nicely than just trying to fold it without. All right, so then for your lid also, you will need to do a little bit of cutting. So you will cut along the score lines and do 1 score line at each of your 4 corners. It doesn't matter which one. You can do it kind of in a pinwheel pattern, or just here I'm doing it on both sides. And then you will cut a small notch out of that, just to help so that your lid, when you fold it, where you square it up, that you won't have a piece of cardstock poking out of there. And so just a small notch, as you see right there. All right, and once you get all 4 corners with one cut and 1 little notch out, then you will fold. And as before, make some nice creases. You want to run your fingernail along your creases, or use your bone folder to make sure you get some really good creases there, so that your box will look nice and square too, your box lid. All right, and then once you get all 4 sides folded, then you will tuck your tabs in, and you'll see they go on the inside so that they don't show as when your lid is on your box. All right, so then you will want to use some adhesive to put your box together. You could use some wet glue or even a glue stick if you're doing it with kids. I had some little squares of double-sided adhesive that were pre-cut to square that were just that size that worked out well. Here I used some double-sided score tape, which you can also, just cut or rip to size, and that makes it all really nice and clean as far as adhering. And the problem with the wet glue is you have to wait for it to dry a little bit and still keep your box square. But there you go. So there's your box and your lid holds the sides in, and then you get your explosion, which is awesome. So next you'll want to decorate your piece. You can see here's the sample I used for the craft program, and I decorated it with pieces of Christmas pattern paper cut to 1 3/4 by 1 3/4 inches. Lots of great pattern paper out there. You can also do just personal messages, stamping, stickers, little die cut shapes, all kinds of ideas for decorating. I kept mine simple. I had lots of options for the kids to choose and to be creative. And then also don't forget that 3D shape in the center. And if you're interested in learning how to do, I had 2 different types of Christmas trees. Let me know in the comments below. Also, then we added a bow on the top. It's a 1-inch bow. Very simple way to turn it into a gift box. And there you go, your fun explosion effect. The miniaturized and simplified explosion box. So I'm showing here the July 4th box. It's a little different. You can see the 3D centerpiece. So there's really a lot that can be done with these boxes. Thanks so much for stopping by Luann's Creative Corner. I appreciate your spending time with me. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button too. Thanks so much. I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.